Hey, what's up? This is ATV here. Techwear is somewhat unique in the world of fashion in that there's a really strong DIY scene. People share their knowledge, people make cool little projects, develop their skills at creating things, which I think is really cool, and it's an excellent way of getting your own personalized gear, things that you really want. You can pretty much make it a reality. If you take that one level further, we've got these small DIY underground brands which take that knowledge and expertise and then have begun creating their own actual brands, selling products that consumers can buy on a small level. They create unique products and accessories closely associated with techwear, and having that small scale production has a couple of advantages. One being the potential for made to order stuff, so you can get something customized or have something exactly the way that you want it to be. There's a good level of quality and craftsmanship with care taken over what materials and what accessories specifically are chosen in making this stuff. And of course, there's just the fact that these guys are creating more experimental or more different products that you might not find available from more mainstream brands. So we're going to take a look at 5 very good examples, I think, of exactly this kind of DIY underground brand style. They're in no particular order. I think they're all really cool, and all of them in some way sent something to help make this video. So thank you very much to all of these guys. Right, let's start it off with number 1. First thing I'm putting on this list is Aoku, because I think they're the most well-known and they're the most established brand on this list too. They use quite strong graphical elements in this stuff, so you can often tell quite easily that someone's got an Aoku product. They've been creating a whole bunch of different messenger bags, other kinds of accessories as well, even little bits of flavor like sticker sets and patches and things too, to help you customize those things that you already own. Those cyberpunk and dystopian motifs carry through to their website, so that's worth a look because it is very heavily stylized and it looks pretty cool. The products that they have available there do tend to cycle around quite often. Things are made in small batches, so they will go out and come in from stock. So it's worth keeping an eye out there or on the Aoku social channels if there is something in particular that you want to pick up, because you want to be hot on it as soon as it releases. So the thing that I've got here is a special Cyber Magazine version of the returned mail sleeve. They sent this to me along with issue 3 of Cyber Magazine, which I happened to feature in, which was super cool. This is essentially a beefed up organizational sleeve, so it goes inside another bag to help you keep your things nice and tidy. It will fit a little A4 magazine like the Cyber Magazine pretty much perfectly, although there's a whole bunch of different uses for something like this. It will fit a Nintendo Switch quite nicely, for example, as well, and because it's got that molly webbing on the front, if you want to, you can attach the odd extra little thing. There's a tiny extra pocket in there as well. It's pretty cute. Despite this being an internal carry device, it's still made from VX21 X-Pack, which is both waterproof and pretty durable as well, so certainly designed to get bashed around a little bit. And you'll find in fact that different varieties of X-Pack are things that all of these brands to an extent will make use of, because for carry goods, bags, that kind of stuff, it really is a very nice material and worth using. Or group of materials rather, because X-Pack can refer to one of many different things, and all of them will use slightly different variants of this same material. But anyway, this little organizational sleeve is just one part of a bigger Aoku ecosystem, so it's quite easy to see how you can end up picking up several different things from this brand and then having this cool little cohesive bag ecosystem with lots of modular bits. Gotta stay hydrated for these videos. Thus you work. Sensus create a bit of a variety of different clothes and bags. Take this here, for example, the H35C holster. This is a pretty unique little device. It's not something that you'll see that many brands doing, but it's a little asymmetric holster that attaches around your waist, and it allows for a little bit of storage options. Very easy access stuff because it's got 2 zips on the front, a couple of different organizational pouches inside there. I also think it can help punctuate an outfit quite nicely, something that ordinarily would be quite plain. You can jazz up with a little bit of extra detail without, using a chest rig or a plate carrier or something like that. It's kind of like the more useful, less costumey version of that, I think. But I think it looks pretty cool. It's got a little magnetic buckle on the side there. Gotta love magnets. Magnets are cool. We've also got the very catchily named 3GB S1MD. Good luck remembering that one. But it's a cute little X-Pack pouch which attaches to other bags via the molly webbing system. It's got this really cool little recessed zip on there, so it actually looks like there's no opening opening at all, and it means that it can pack up very flat. So even if you've got quite a small bag, something that ordinarily you might not want to attach too many things to, you can easily whack something like this on the front and give it a little bit of organizational capacity, bit of extra storage without it bulking up the rest of the bag too much. With the zip being hidden, it keeps the contents very secure as well, so perfect for something like a phone where you don't want to get it stolen out of your pocket. You'll notice as well a lot of the things in this video, they will conform to that MOLLE webbing standard. So what you'll find is that you could buy a bag from one manufacturer and then a little pouch or some other accessory from a different one, and those two things will interact quite nicely. So what you can end up with is, you know, take your favorite bits from loads of different brands and you'll end up with something quite cool. So like, I've combined a bunch of different things. This is the bag that I'm currently using, and it's got things from like 4 different brands on. So yeah, you can experiment, you can have some fun with it, including the Sensus pouch that's on the front there, but I'll talk a bit more about this bag a bit later. They also do a bunch of cool t-shirts with futuristic geometric patterns on. One here, for example, it's almost as if I did this on purpose. But there's loads of different graphics like this, and I think this, plus the fact that they do pants, they've got a belt as well, that really shows the breadth of options that Sensus can offer. So again, worth having a look. From something quite broad now to something very specialised, Havona Labs exclusively do belts. Alongside a bag, a belt is a great techwear accessory. I own quite a few now, and I do actually wear all of them, so it's something that's definitely worth having. On the Havona Labs website, there are loads of different options, so you can pick pretty much exactly what you want in terms of a belt. I'm not just talking your preferred buckle, but the colour of that buckle, the colour of the webbing, the main belt material, and of course different buckles have different widths as well, so depending on what pair of pants you want to wear this stuff with, you can pick something that's quite narrow, something that will fit around all belt buckles, or if you've got some really nice wide belt loops, some nice military cargo pants, then you can go for something a bit wider, something a bit more present, nice and bulky and sturdy. But needless to say, pretty much any preference, they've got it covered. I've got 2 belts here which I think do a pretty good job of showing some of the variety that Havona Labs can do here. First is the HLV. This is a slim magnetic belt. This is a fidlock buckle with this nice, quite soft, quite pliable nylon webbing. It's got a bit of dangle as well. So for slimmer belts, slimmer belt loops rather, this is going to be pretty much perfect for that. And the fidlock closure is super fun to play with. I've got quite a few different fidlock things now, and they're definitely some of my favourite closures. They're just fun to play with. In contrast, the HL-Stronglite is a much wider belt. It's got this quick release non-magnetic clip, which is still pretty satisfying to do up and undo, but it's got this double thickness nylon for the main belt webbing, so it feels really strong, really durable, and it's got that very kind of present look. So if you've got a nice big pair of military cargos, tuck in your t-shirt, show off this big belt, grrr, you're a manly man. And to keep things nice and subtle on the reverse, you've got the signature Havona Labs patch. And of course, some of these things can be customized as well to your preferences. So some people, for example, they like having the double dangling strap on the Techwear belt. They can do that, and there's a few other different bits they can do as well. So if you've got a specific vision in mind for your perfect belt, then it's always worth giving them a message and see what they can come up with. And before I move on, yes, of course, you can get a Cobra belt as well. Coming up next, another bag manufacturer, and Amdus bring quite a few unique designs to the table, and their focus is really on creating one product that has several different use cases or several different looks, some transformative stuff going on here. I've got 2 things here that I can show. The first is a bandolier style bag called the Litepack. This is kind of like a chest bag, but a bit of a cooler version of it, so it looks much better worn across the chest than your average waist bag might do. But it's got this fold out nature to it, so when it's all done up, it has this kind of military style. It's got this webbing across the front, but using these little magnetic clips, you can unfold it and it turns into a little tote bag. So you can either have something quite compact or something a bit more casual with extra carry room. The choice is, of course, yours. And thanks to that MOLLE webbing, you can add 1 or 2 little accessories on there as well, just to give it a little bit of personalization. The other thing though I think is particularly cool, and definitely one of my favorite things in this video, this is a very form-fitting, very slim looking bag called the Wolf. On the front, you've got this cool, technical looking strap, which of course is going to fit right in with other Techwear stuff, but it's the bag itself where this thing is most interesting. The front of this bag has 4 MOLLE webbing strips, so there's a massive amount of potential to customize this bag and make it your own, and there's so many different looks that you could achieve just through mixing up different kinds of mods on this bag. In fact, that was the bag that I showed off a little bit earlier in this video. Not only that, but the whole front can be unclipped and then concealed into a little front pocket. And that can be done without needing to remove any of the attachments. So if you decide you want to take this bag out, but you don't want that military look with different attachments all over it, you just want something very clean, very minimal, maybe a bit more professional looking, you can just literally stuff it all in the front there, and no one's any the wiser, and it looks way more professional, totally changes the look of it. That functionality is facilitated by the gusseted construction, so although with nothing in it this bag looks pretty much two-dimensional, it does bulk out very easily, and you can get a decent amount of stuff in here. And if you do have a bunch of things attached to the front of this bag, you can still stuff it in that little pocket, and you're not going to run into too many difficulties. Amdus do have a couple of cool pouches that you can stick on the front of here, but as I said earlier, this conforms to the Molly system, so there's loads of different things that you could stick on the front here. You can really mix it up and just pick your favorite brands, pick things that fit your use case, stick them on there, you're going to be fine. Material wise, both of those bags are made from something called cotton duck with an X-Pack laminate, so that makes them both waterproof and pretty durable and pretty robust as well. When you first get these, they are pretty rigid feeling, but that material will break in over time and it will get a bit softer, a bit more pliable. So it's something that is going to change a little bit over your time using it. I'm certainly looking forward to that happening. The final brand I want to cover here is Garuda, and like Aoku, they're one of the more established brands on this list. You've probably heard me talk about them before as well, because I've got a couple of pairs of their pants which I've reviewed in the past, and they've popped up in a whole bunch of different Instagram images over the last year and a half, something like that. But they've got a whole bunch of different clothes that conform to different styles, so you've got more military styled stuff, some smarter things as well, all with a bit of a technical edge, and they're made to measure as well, so you can get different things customized to suit your preferences. Both of the pants that I've got from them I've been really happy with. They fit me really nicely and they're made from some really nice materials as well, so they've definitely stood the test of time. They're also keen to experiment, so something they sent me a while back, which I've not actually talked about, is this very strange little device. This might look like a little Molly pouch, but actually this, rather than attaching with Molly webbing, attaches via a magnet-based system. The good thing about that is that you can pretty much attach it to anything, regardless of whether it has webbing or not. You can just stick this magnetic backing on the opposite side of whatever you're placing it on, and then slap that pouch in front, and hey presto, you've got yourself a tiny little pouch attachment. You can use this to give a bit of a technical look to pretty much any accessory or piece of clothing, regardless of whether it was designed with that in mind or not. And yes, you do have to be a little bit careful. You can't go yanking the zip open or whatever, because the magnets will detach a little bit. But nonetheless, it's a pretty cute idea, and again, made with X-Pack, so water resistant and a nice durable finish as well. But anyway, that was my 5 brands, guys, that are pretty underground, have that DIY edge to them. Often they're 1 or 2 person operations, but they're all definitely worth considering, especially if you want something that's unique, something that other mainstream brands are maybe not really making at the moment, or you just have a very specific thing in mind and you want someone to make it for you, basically. All of these guys have their clear specializations, the things they like to focus on, whether that be a material, a style of construction, or even a particular accessory. But I think it really shows the creativity, the talent of all of these guys, and of the techwear community as a whole, which I think is super cool. Again, massive thanks to Aoku, Sensus, Garuda, Havona Labs, and Amdus for sending this stuff. I think it makes for a much more valuable video where I can physically show this stuff off to you guys and get some proper experience with it. So yeah, I hope you found that useful. But that's quite enough of me. Now it's you guys' turn. Let me know down there in the comments which of these 5 brands was your favorite. Was there something in particular that caught your eye, or some kind of design element or aesthetic aspect, or even functionality aspect that you think was particularly cool? And also, if you're an up-and-coming creator, or you've got your own brand, or you think that there's something that I missed out on this list, then definitely plug that down below, and I'm sure other people are going to find that useful when they're on the quest to find some cool new techwear brands. And if I get some really good suggestions, maybe I can make a nice follow-up to this video as well. So thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a like. It is super appreciated. And of course, we will be back next week with another video. Shout out to everyone who commented on the last video. I wasn't 100% sure how that one would be received because it was a little bit different to what I normally do, but I was really impressed. You guys gave quite a lot of insight in the comments. So James, for example, talked a bit about fashion theory and some different principles there, which was quite interesting. Louise, tech mum, giving some advice. Don't spend all your money trying to flex on expensive things. Save up for the important stuff instead. And Creeps McPaster as well. I know, I can't believe it. I have to actually attempt to be interesting when I can only wear a t-shirt. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. this is a bit of an XL bumper edition. I wanted to give each brand a little bit of space and like show them off properly rather than just like a brief mention. So it ended up being a bit longer than normal. But I hope you guys enjoyed it anyway. If you haven't subscribed yet, you want to see some more cool techwear stuff like this, then definitely hit the little button. If you want to catch more videos, they'll be going up at the top there as well, so you can watch those. And stay hydrated, I guess, is my advice.